Hello everyone, people of Zarpato. Do you want to enjoy 1 hour of pure curious facts? Get comfortable to enjoy part 7 of this marathon of curiosities. Before starting, do not forget to subscribe and activate the bell so you do not miss new content. Thank you. The Tianzi Mountains in China are characterized by their impressive limestone pillars that rise from the ground. These unique geological formations have inspired numerous legends and have been used as a setting in fantasy films. Salvador Dali, the famous surrealist painter, often appeared in public with a domesticated anteater and claimed that this animal helped him in his creative process. Falling Water, designed by architect Frank Lloyd Wright, is a prominent example of organic architecture. Built in Pennsylvania in 1935, this house blends harmoniously with its natural surroundings and features a waterfall that flows through its structure. The famous Colombian drug lord, Pablo Escobar, built a private zoo on his estate, Hacienda Nápoles, which was filled with exotic animals, including elephants, hippos, giraffes, and more. After his death, many of these animals were relocated to parks and reserves. Andrew Jackson was the first president to have been the target of an assassination attempt. During a funeral in 1835, Richard Lawrence tried to shoot him twice, but both times his gun misfired. The Guggenheim Museum in Bilbao, Spain, designed by Frank Gehry, is famous for its innovative architectural design. Its exterior is clad in titanium panels, and its organic curvilinear shape makes it a unique architectural attraction. Before becoming president, Ronald Reagan was a Hollywood actor and appeared in over 50 films as the American Psycho. He was also known for his oratory skills and ability to communicate. Japan is the country with the most centenarians per capita in the world. Their longevity is attributed to a healthy diet and active lifestyle. Iceland has one of the highest literacy rates in the world, with almost 100% of its population able to read and write. The Goliath tarantula is the largest spider in the world in terms of body mass and can have a wingspan of up to 30 centimeters. Despite their intimidating appearance, they are generally harmless to humans. The famous Coca-Cola drink was created by pharmacist John Pemberton in 1886. Originally, it was sold as a remedy for headaches and physical exhaustion. The bulldog ant can support up to 500 times its own body weight, making it one of the strongest creatures in the world relative to its size. The energy drink Red Bull originated in Thailand in 1976 and was created by Thai-Chinese businessman Chaleo Yuvadya. The formula was later perfected by Dietrich Mateschitz, an Austrian businessman who launched it internationally in 1987. The famous Spanish tennis player Rafael Nadal is known for his ritual before every point, which includes adjusting his pants, scratching his nose, and touching his left ear. He is also superstitious and always places water bottles in the same way on the court. Swans are monogamous and generally form lifelong pairs. When a pair dies, the surviving swan can spend the rest of its life alone. The video game company Nintendo was founded in 1889 as a manufacturer of playing cards. Its first major success was with the Nintendo Entertainment System video game console, known as the NES in the 1980s. Honey never goes bad or expires. Jars of honey have been found in Egyptian tombs dating back over 3,000 years and were still fit to eat, which is amazing. The first tweet in Twitter history was sent by co-founder Jack Dorsey on March 21, 2006. It read, "Just setting up my TWT.R," which means just setting up my Twitter. Japan is known for its efficient network of high-speed trains, also known as Shinkansen or bullet trains. These trains are famous for their punctuality, speed, and comfort. Originally, Snapchat was called Peekaboo. The creators of the app changed the name after discovering that another app with that name already existed. Asia is home to an incredible diversity of wildlife, the most notable of which originate here being the Bengal tiger, the giant panda, the Asian elephant, the snow leopard, and the Bornean orangutan, among many others. In 2005, Google acquired a company called Where2 Technologies, which had developed an online mapping application. This application was the basis for what would eventually become Google Maps. Before becoming President of the United States, Barack Obama was a successful author. Her first book, Dreams from My Father, was published in 1995 and was a bestseller. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern is the youngest person to have taken office in more than 150 years. She is also the second leader in the world to give birth while in office. Liverpool's famous anthem, You'll Never Walk Alone, was adopted as the official anthem after fans heard Liverpool band Jerry and the Pacemakers perform it at the stadium in 1963. Actress Shelley Duvall suffered so much stress during the filming of The Shining that she lost her hair and her nails began to fall off. Stanley Kubrick, the director, took a hard-nosed approach with her to capture her anguish on screen. The best-selling album of all time is Michael Jackson's Thriller, released in 1982. It has sold more than 66 million copies worldwide in total. Cauliflower can come in different colors other than the common white, such as purple, green, and orange. These colorful varieties contain different antioxidants and phytonutrients. Before becoming president of Russia, Vladimir Putin worked as an intelligence officer in the KGB, the Soviet intelligence agency. He is known for his macho image, which includes activities such as hunting and fishing. And let's not forget that he practices judo. Potatoes contain more potassium than bananas and are a good source of vitamin C and fiber. Plus, potatoes are versatile and can be cooked in many different ways, from boiled to roasted or fried. The record for the fastest car in the world is held by a Bugatti Chiron that had reached 305 miles per hour. In second place, we find the Koenigsegg Agera RS that reached 285 miles per hour. Third place goes to the SSC Tuatara, which reached a top speed of 283 miles per hour on a road in Nevada in 2020. Norway is known for its fjords, which are long arms of the sea surrounded by high mountains. The longest fjord in the world, the Sognefjord, is located in Norway and is over 124 miles long. The barbie is what Australians call barbecue, which is a very important part of Australian culture. Outdoor barbecues are common on weekends and during social events, such as holidays and birthdays. The record for the most cars produced in a single day was set by the Ford factory in River Rouge, Michigan, on October 1st, 1924, when 9,000 Model T Fords were built in a single day. Mexico is the country with the most UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Latin America, with a total of 35 sites, including colonial cities, natural parks, and archaeological sites. Sauerkraut, or chucrut in Spanish, is a fermented cabbage dish popular in Germany. It is believed that German sailors took it on their voyages as a way to prevent scurvy due to its high vitamin C content. The Singi stone forest in Madagascar is a surreal landscape made up of sharp limestone rock formations that rise from the ground, creating a labyrinth of needles and ridges. The name Singi means where one cannot walk barefoot in Malagasy, the language of Madagascar, reflecting the inhospitable terrain. Lyrebirds are known for their incredible ability to mimic sounds, including car alarms, chainsaws, and cameras. They are capable of learning up to 20 different songs during their lifetime. Although ketchup is commonly associated with American cuisine, its origin dates back to ancient China. Mochi is a Japanese dessert made from pounded glutinous rice and then molded into balls or cakes. It is traditionally consumed during the New Year in Japan and can also be found at other celebrations and festivities. The city of Chefchaouen, Morocco, is known as the Blue City. Chefchaouen is famous for its picturesque streets and buildings painted bright blue. The tradition of painting the buildings blue is said to have begun in the 15th century as a symbol of the Jewish presence in the city. Poutine is a Canadian dish consisting of French fries topped with chunky cheese and gravy. It originated in the province of Quebec in the 1950s and has since become a national dish of Canada. The Helix Bridge in Singapore is a pedestrian bridge that has a unique spiral structure resembling the shape of a DNA helix. With its distinctive design, it offers visitors panoramic views of the Marina Bay Sands and the city skyline. The Alba white truffle, native to the Piedmont region of Italy, is considered one of the most exclusive and expensive varieties of truffle. In 2014, a 4-pound Alba white truffle specimen sold for 61,250 euros at an auction in Italy. Mont Saint-Michel is a rocky island off the coast of Normandy, France, that is home to an impressive medieval abbey. The island is connected to the mainland by a bridge and is surrounded by the highest tides in Europe. And when the tide is low, it is easier to access. Unlike commercial mayonnaise, which usually contains preservatives, homemade mayonnaise has a much shorter shelf life due to its raw egg content. It is recommended to consume it within a few days after making it. Tusua Ocean Trench is a natural pool on the island of Upolu in Samoa. It is approximately 98 feet deep and is connected to the ocean through underground caves. The pool is a popular tourist attraction due to its unique natural beauty. The impressive city of Tikal is one of the most important archaeological sites of the Mayan civilization. Located in the jungle of Guatemala, this ancient city was an important ceremonial and urban center during the classic period of Mayan history. Wasabi is often confused with horseradish sauce. Authentic wasabi is made from the Japanese wasabi plant and has a milder, less spicy taste than the horseradish sauce commonly found in sushi restaurants. The Zipaquira Salt Cathedral in Colombia is a stunning underground cathedral located in the Zipaquira salt mines near Bogota. It was built inside an old salt mine and is known for its impressive salt carvings and sculptures. Emperor penguins are known for their resistance to extreme cold. To protect themselves from the cold, they group together in large colonies and take turns occupying the warmest spot in the center of the group. Saffron is the most expensive spice in the world due to the intensive labor required to harvest the stigmas of the Crocus sativus flower. It takes approximately 150,000 flowers to produce 2.2 pounds of saffron. A lot, right? Bran, a peculiar town in Romania, is famous around the world for its castle, commonly known as Dracula's Castle, which is said to have been the inspiration for Bram Stoker's novel. Although the character of Dracula is fictional, Bran Castle attracts many tourists interested in the myth. Legendary Jamaican musician Bob Marley is known for popularizing reggae around the world. In addition to his musical legacy, Marley was also a proponent of the Rastafarian movement and advocated for peace and social justice. The Valley of the Butterflies in Greece is located on the island of Rhodes and is known for being home to millions of butterflies during the summer months. Butterflies of the hieroglyph species migrate to this area in large numbers, creating a stunning spectacle. Technically, what we commonly call bananas in North America are actually varieties of banana. Plantains are firmer and have a less sweet taste than bananas, which are softer and have a creamier texture. Beyoncé is the first woman in history to win 6 Grammy Awards in a single night. She is also one of the most awarded music artists of all time, with over 20 Grammy Awards in her career. Coober Pedy is an Australian town known as the opal capital of the world, and is unique in that much of the town is built underground to escape the intense heat of the outback desert. Coffee is the second most traded commodity in the world after oil. It is estimated that over 2.25 billion cups of coffee are consumed every day around the world. Gingerbread men are a popular Christmas tradition in many parts of the world. Gingerbread men are said to have been created by Queen Elizabeth I of England, who made them to give to her guests as Christmas gifts. Scotch whiskey is one of the most revered alcoholic beverages in the world. To be considered Scotch, that is, Scottish, it must be distilled and aged in Scotland for at least 3 years in oak barrels. Bees are responsible for the pollination of many plants and are essential for food production. A single worker bee can visit up to 5,000 flowers in a single day. Pamukkale, which means cotton castle in Turkish, is famous for its white travertine terraces filled with hot springs. These mineral formations have been created over millennia by the flow of mineral-rich hot springs. Clownfish live in symbiosis with sea anemones, meaning they benefit from the protection offered by the anemones, and in turn, the anemones benefit from the clownfish's waste. In Italy, there is a town called Civita di Bagnoregio that is slowly eroding and is known as the Dying Town. It is located on top of a cliff and is connected to the outside world only by a pedestrian bridge. Sisters Serena and Venus Williams are one of the most successful tennis couples of all time. But what few people know is that they also own a soccer franchise in the National Women's Soccer League in the United States, called Angel City FC. The Fortran programming language developed by IBM in the 1950s was the first high-level programming language and was used primarily for scientific and engineering applications. Ordos in China is a city in the Inner Mongolia region that was built as part of an ambitious urbanization project, but much of it remains deserted due to lack of occupants. The vast avenues and empty buildings have given it the nickname China's largest ghost town. The Keebler cookie brand is known for its mascot, Ernie the Elf, and its cookie factory in a tree. Although the cookie factory in a tree is fictional, Keebler has used the image of elves to promote its products for decades. Slab City, located in California, is known as the last free city in America, as it is an unincorporated community in the California desert that attracts people seeking an alternative lifestyle and freedom from government regulations. The identity of Bitcoin's creator, known as Satoshi Nakamoto, remains a mystery. Nakamoto published the Bitcoin white paper in 2008 and then disappeared in 2010, leaving the project in the hands of the open source community. Setenal de las Bodegas in Spain is a village in Andalusia, known for its houses built directly into the rocks of a gorge. The rocks jut out over the streets and create natural shade, making Setenal a unique place to explore. Michelangelo spent 4 years painting the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel in the Vatican, completing it in 1512. The ceiling painting includes 9 stories from Genesis, including the famous creation of Adam. In 2002, Halle Berry became the first African-American woman to win the Academy Award for Best Actress for her performance in Monsters Ball. Her emotional acceptance speech is still remembered as one of the highlights of Academy Award history. Oia, Greece, is located on the island of Santorini and is known for its stunning sea views and white houses with blue domes. It is a popular destination for sunset viewing and is considered one of the prettiest villages in Greece. All rodents have constantly growing incisors, meaning their teeth grow continuously throughout their lives. To prevent their teeth from becoming too long, rodents need to constantly gnaw on hard objects, such as wood or bones. Jane Goodall is a famous primatologist known for her pioneering study of chimpanzees in Gombe Stream National Park in Tanzania. She was the first person to observe chimpanzees making and using tools, which challenged previous beliefs about animal behavior. Squirrels have an amazing ability to remember the location of their food caches. They can bury thousands of nuts and seeds in different places and then remember where they've hidden them months later. Colmar, France, is a town in the Alsace region that is famous for its fairy tale architecture and cobblestone streets. Colmar is known as Little Venice because of its canals and bridges that cross the wonderful Lauch River. The Lantern Festival, or Yuanxiao, is a traditional Chinese holiday celebrated on the 15th day of the first month of the Chinese lunar calendar. During the festival, people light paper lanterns, release lanterns into the sky, and enjoy glutinous rice sweets called yuanxiao. The Shiba Inu is a Japanese breed of dog known for its fox-like appearance. They are small, agile dogs that were originally bred to hunt birds and small mammals in mountainous terrain. Canada is home to about 2/3 of the world's polar bear population. In Churchill, Manitoba, polar bears can be seen walking the streets during their annual migration to the sea ice. Jackie Chan is famous for his unique fighting style and elaborate stunts in action films. He has suffered numerous injuries throughout his career, including broken bones and concussions, but continues to perform many of his own stunts. The Ford Mustang was first introduced to the public at the New York World's Fair on April 17, 1964. It was one of Ford's most successful automobiles, with a lasting impact on American automotive and popular culture. Siberian Huskies are known for their resistance to extreme cold. This breed was developed in Northeast Asia by the Chukchi tribe to pull sleds over long distances in harsh weather conditions. Strawberries belong to the Rosaceae family, just like roses. In fact, the sweet scent of strawberries is due to the presence of a chemical compound called furan. The Volkswagen Beetle, also known as the Beetle, was designed by Ferdinand Porsche at the request of Adolf Hitler in the 1930s as an affordable car for the German masses. Dachshunds, also known as sausage dogs, were originally bred in Germany in the 17th century to hunt badgers. Their long, low body allowed them to fit into narrow burrows and follow prey underground. Although it is commonly thought that porcupines can shoot their quills, they actually cannot. However, the quills are covered in tiny hooks that can snag on a predator's skin if they try to attack the porcupine. The Ferrari LaFerrari, launched in 2013, is a limited edition hybrid supercar that combines a V12 gasoline engine with an electric motor to achieve stunning performance. Only 499 LaFerraris were produced, making it one of Ferrari's most exclusive creations. The modern marathon was inspired by the legend of the Greek soldier Pheidippides, who supposedly ran from the city of Marathon to Athens to announce victory over the Persians at the Battle of Marathon in 490 BC. The first modern Olympic marathon was held at the Athens Olympics in 1896 and covered a distance of approximately 40 kilometers. The famous line in the movie Forrest Gump that said, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get," was improvised by Tom Hanks during filming. Balut is a fertilized duck egg that is boiled and eaten straight from the shell. It is often consumed as a snack or appetizer in the Philippines and other Southeast Asian countries. Russell Crowe wore a 40-pound suit of armor during the filming of the movie Gladiator to add authenticity to his performance. This real armor helped him feel the weight and physical burden that his character, Maximus, endured on screen. Casu marzu is a traditional Sardinian cheese that contains live larvae of cheese flies. The larvae are introduced into the cheese to speed up the fermentation and decomposition process. During the production of the famous film The Lion King, it was believed that this film would not be a big success, so the main animation team was assigned to work on Pocahontas, considered the most promising project at the time. But it turns out that The Lion King was an even bigger success. The Raketsbrücke Bridge, located in the park of the same name in Kromlau, Germany, is famous for having a perfectly symmetrical arch that is reflected in the water below. It is known as the Devil's Bridge because of its surreal appearance. During the famous scene in the movie Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, in which Indiana Jones runs away from a large rolling boulder, Harrison Ford was actually in danger. The boulder was real and weighed around 992 pounds. If something had gone wrong, Ford could have been seriously injured, which is spectacular. Manicouagan Lake in Canada is a lake located in the province of Quebec that is known for its ring shape, resembling a giant porthole from space. It was formed by the impact of a meteorite about 214 million years ago. The famous final scene in Planet of the Apes, released in 1968, in which Charlton Heston discovers the remains of the Statue of Liberty, was filmed on a beach in California. The production team built an upper part of the statue and partially buried it in sand to create the dramatic effect we see. Leonardo da Vinci's painting Salvator Mundi was sold at auction for a staggering $450 million in November 2017. This figure makes it the most expensive object ever auctioned to date. Salvator Mundi depicts Christ as the savior of the world and is one of the few paintings by Leonardo da Vinci still preserved in private collections. In second place is the sublime creation by Alberto Giacometti, a Swiss sculptor known as L'Homme au Doigt, or the Pointing Man, which wowed auctioneers by fetching a staggering $141 million in May 2015. During the filming of the opening scene of the Normandy landings in the movie The Saving of Private Ryan, director Steven Spielberg wanted the actors to feel real chaos and danger. Therefore, he used real explosives and charges to create an environment as realistic as possible. Many of the actors were shocked by the intensity of the scene. In 1947, Enzo Ferrari founded Scuderia Ferrari as a car racing team. It was not until 1949 that the company produced its first car for public sale, the Ferrari 125S. The scene in Inception where Joseph Gordon-Levitt fights in a revolving hallway was filmed on a special set built to rotate 360 degrees. It took the production team months to build and perfect it to achieve the sequence without any special effects. Founded in 1868 by Jamsetji Tata, the Tata Group is one of India's largest and most influential companies. The company has diversified its activities into a wide range of industries, such as in the automotive space. Tata Motors has made an indelible mark with iconic vehicles such as the Tata Nano, which became the world's most affordable car at the time. In addition, the Tata Group has successfully ventured into the technology sector through Tata Consultancy Services, one of the world's leading information technology services companies. No less important is the Tata Group's presence in the hospitality industry, with internationally renowned brands such as Taj Hotels, which offer luxury experiences and exceptional hospitality across the world. In the Avengers scene where Hulk punches Thor, actor Chris Hemsworth was not prepared for the impact, and his reaction is genuine. This improvisation was kept in the film because it added a touch of authenticity to the scene. Bocas del Toro is an archipelago on the Caribbean coast of Panama, known for its picturesque seaside villages and crystal-clear beaches. The mix of Afro-Antillean, indigenous, and Latin cultures gives the region a vibrant and unique atmosphere. The 1981 film Escape to Victory tells the story of prisoners of war who play a football match against the Nazis. The film features several famous footballers of the time, including Pelé, Bobby Moore, Osvaldo Ardiles, and Mike Summerby, among others. The final scene of the match is particularly memorable. Uscar is a town in the province of Malaga that became famous in 2011 when all its houses were painted blue as part of an advertising campaign to promote the film The Smurfs. Although it was originally planned to repaint the houses white, the inhabitants voted to keep the blue color, making Uscar the permanent Smurf village. Despite being known for its advanced technology, there are still around 85 companies in Japan dedicated to the production of katanas, the famous samurai swords. These companies employ expert craftsmen known as tosho, or kaji, who mastered the ancient techniques of forging, tempering, and polishing these swords. The world record for the most goals scored in a single official match is held by French player Stéphane Stanis, who scored 16 goals in a 1942 French Cup match for Racing Club de Lens during World War II. In Argentina, there is the aguarabe tree, which has the surprising curiosity of acting as a natural mosquito repellent. Swimmer Michael Phelps is the most decorated Olympic athlete of all time, with a total of 28 Olympic medals, including 23 gold, 3 silver, and 2 bronze. In Canada, there is an island called Prince Edward Island where cars are banned. People get around by bike, on foot, or in horse-drawn carts. India has the largest vegan population in the world. About 30% of the Indian population is vegetarian due to religious and cultural reasons. Vegetarianism in India is primarily influenced by Hinduism, one of the world's oldest religions. For many Hindus, nonviolence is a fundamental principle, and this extends to how they treat animals and what they eat. Actors Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams starred in the 2004 film The Notebook, where they played a passionate couple. Their on-screen chemistry transcended into real life, and they had an on-again, off-again relationship that captured the attention of media and fans of the film. Finland is known as the land of 1,000 lakes, but in reality, it has around 188,000 lakes. Way more. It is also the country where SMS text messaging was invented, as Finnish engineer Matti Mäkinen was the one who created it. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's romance began on the set of the film Mr. and Mrs. Smith in 2004, while Pitt was still married to Jennifer Aniston. This led to a lot of controversy and speculation in the media about the end of Pitt's relationship with Aniston and the beginning of his relationship with Jolie. New Zealand is the only country that has a species of nocturnal parrot called the kakapo, and it is one of the rarest birds in the world. In the early 2000s, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck formed one of Hollywood's most famous couples. The nickname Benifer was coined by the media to refer to the couple. Despite their engagement, the relationship ended in 2004 before they could get married. On the Greek island of Ikaria, there is a high concentration of people who live exceptionally long and healthy lives, which has led to the island being known as one of the world's blue zones, where people have remarkable longevity. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn are still not married. This couple has been together since 1983, but despite this, they have not yet officially tied the knot, having been together for 41 years. They have worked together on several films and raised a family together, proving that you don't need a legal paper to have a long and happy relationship. In 1950, the Formula One Monaco Grand Prix was won by Juan Manuel Fangio without a single pit stop. The race lasted more than 3 hours in rainy conditions, and Fangio drove the last 40 laps without windscreen wipers. In the Spanish village of Livia, in the province of Girona, there is an interesting geographical curiosity. This village is completely surrounded by French territory, but it has belonged to Spain since the Treaty of the Pyrenees in 1659. 3 languages are spoken here: Spanish, Catalan, and French. Italian cyclist Gino Bartali helped save hundreds of Jews during World War II. He used his training as an excuse to carry forged documents and photos on the tubes of his bike. His role as a secret courier in the underground rescue network was essential to protect people persecuted by the Nazi regime. In the Chinese province of Sichuan, there is Mount Hua, famous for being one of the most dangerous and challenging places to climb in the world. Despite the risks, thousands of people climb it every year for its stunning views and cultural and religious significance. Sport climbing finally became an Olympic sport for the first time at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Competitors climb artificial walls in 3 disciplines: speed, bouldering, and hard climbing. In the Mexico city of Guanajuato, there is a unique museum called the Museum of Mummies. This museum houses a collection of mummified bodies that were found in the local cemetery due to a natural phenomenon that preserved the bodies in an unusual way. The Irrawaddy dolphin is a type of freshwater dolphin found in rivers and coasts of Southeast Asia. It is characterized by its rounded head and short, wide snout, which resembles a smile. On the island of Sumatra in Indonesia, there is the Kawah Ijen volcano, known for its sulfur lake that emits blue flames at night, creating an impressive natural spectacle. It expels sulfur gases at 300 degrees Celsius, which mix with the lagoon that inhabits its crater. The okapi is an African animal known as the forest giraffe, due to its long neck and zebra-like coat patterns. However, it is not related to zebras at all, but is the giraffe's closest relative. Lake Nakuru in Kenya, located in the Rift Valley, is famous for its bright pink color due to the proliferation of flamingos that feed on the algae in its waters. The sandwich was invented by John Montagu, the 4th Earl of Sandwich in the 18th century. Montagu was said to be an inveterate gambler and asked for meat to be brought to him between 2 slices of bread so he could eat while playing, making it easier to handle cards. The Oxbow Ha system is the longest explored underwater cave in the world and is located in the Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico. This vast network of underwater caves stretches over 168 miles and continues to be explored and mapped by cave divers and cave explorers. The name Oxbow Ha comes from the Mayan language and means 3 rivers, referring to the 3 major underground river systems found within. Will Smith turned down the offer to play Neo in The Matrix to star in Wild Wild West. Although The Matrix was a success, Smith does not regret his decision, as he feels he would not have fit the role. In the city of Turku in Finland lies the giant Turku Sea archipelago, which consists of over 20,000 islands and islets. It is a popular sailing destination and offers stunning scenery and rich marine biodiversity for tourists. Emma Watson, known for her role as Hermione Granger in the Harry Potter film series, had not read any books in the series before being cast in the role. In the Mpumalanga province of South Africa lies the Blyde River Canyon, one of the largest canyons in the world that is famous for being one of the few canyons that is green rather than barren. It offers stunning natural scenery and opportunities for wildlife spotting. Before his role as Thor in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Chris Hemsworth was nearly broke and on the verge of quitting Hollywood. After auditioning for the role of Thor, his life changed forever. On the island of Crete in Greece lies the Palace of Knossos, one of the most important archaeological sites of the Minoan civilization. It is known for its intricate architecture, frescoes, and labyrinths, and is believed to be the basis for the myth of the Labyrinth of the Minotaur. Beyoncé's name is a tribute to her mother's maiden name, Beyoncé. Her full name is Beyoncé Giselle Knowles Carter. Before he was famous, Justin Timberlake appeared on the television show Star Search in 1992, but lost out in the competition. The distinctive hill of Glastonbury Tor in Somerset, England, towers over the town of Glastonbury and is topped by the ruins of an ancient church tower. The site is believed to have religious and spiritual significance since ancient times and is associated with the legend of King Arthur and the Holy Grail. The state of Alaska is so large that it could contain the states of Texas, California, and Montana combined. Ellen DeGeneres is the first woman to receive a $1 million salary for a television episode, thanks to her hit show, The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Taiwan is home to the Taipei 101 Tower, which was the tallest building in the world from 2004 to 2010. It also has one of the fastest elevators in the world, reaching a speed of 37 miles per hour. Before his acting career, Will Smith was a rapper and part of the hip-hop duo DJ Jazzy Jeff in The Fresh Prince. Greenland, despite being the largest island in the world, has a population of only around 56,000 people, making it the least densely populated in the world. Before her acting success, Jennifer Lawrence worked as a child model and appeared in several TV commercials and advertisements. In Romania, you can find one of the most spectacular roads in the world, the Trans-Făgărașan Highway, which winds through the peaks of the Carpathian Mountains and offers breathtaking views. The stonefish is a marine fish found in tropical and subtropical waters, and it camouflages itself perfectly with its rocky surroundings. Its venom, delivered through dorsal spines, can be extremely painful and even lethal to humans if not treated properly. Seychelles is the smallest country in Africa, with only 455 square kilometers of land area. The archerfish is a freshwater fish found in tropical regions of Africa and Asia that has the unique ability to hunt insects out of water. It shoots a jet of water from its mouth to knock down insects that are on branches above the water before catching and devouring them. India is the country where the world's largest religious festival, the Kumbh Mela, is celebrated, attracting millions of people to bathe in the Ganges River to purify their sins. At a young age, Scarlett Johansson impressed many with her acting talent. Her first major role was at age 10 in the film Manny and Lo. Bahrain is home to the world's largest wishing tree, which is located in Bahrain National Park. Visitors can write their wishes on cloth ribbons and tie them to the branches of the tree. In addition to being known for his role as Wolverine in the X-Men film franchise, Hugh Jackman is a talented singer and dancer. He has starred in stage musical productions, including Man of La Mancha and Les Miserables. Indonesia has the most active volcanoes in the world, with over 130 active volcanoes and over 70 historically erupting. Some of Indonesia's most well-known volcanoes include Mount Merapi in Java, one of the world's most active volcanoes that has had numerous historical eruptions and continues to pose a threat to surrounding communities. Mount Krakatoa, famous for its catastrophic eruption in 1883, is another of Indonesia's iconic volcanoes that has left an indelible mark on the country's geological and cultural history. In addition to being known for abolishing slavery and leading during the American Civil War, Lincoln was a formidable wrestler. Before becoming president, he participated in approximately 300 wrestling matches and only lost one of them. Finland is the happiest country in the world according to several happiness indices, due to its high level of well-being, equality, and quality of life. It achieved a total score of 7,741 points, followed by Denmark with 7,583 points. Football, the world's most popular sport, has its origins in ancient China, where a primitive form of football called cuju was played more than 2,000 years ago. Cuju was played by kicking a leather ball with one's feet into a net. Jamaica is home to the world's third largest barrier reef, the Jamaica Coral Reef System, which stretches for approximately 143 miles. Parmesan cheese, known as Parmigiano Reggiano, is made exclusively in certain regions of Italy. To be considered authentic, it must meet strict quality and production standards, and the aging process can take up to 36 months. Norway is the country with the most medals won at the Winter Olympics, despite having a relatively small population. The biggest winner, Johannes Thingnes Bø, who competes in biathlon, won 5 medals, 4 gold. In total, this country won 37 medals, 16 gold. Iceland is the country with the highest per capita consumption of books in the world, and 1 in 10 Icelanders publishes a book in their lifetime. Soy sauce is fermented for months or even years. During the fermentation process, soybeans are mixed with wheat, salt, and a strain of fungus called koji. This mixture is left to ferment in large containers for an extended period of time to develop its unique flavor. In the state of Meghalaya in India, you can find living bridges built by tree roots woven across rivers and streams. Tofu is one of the oldest foods in the world, believed to have originated in China over 2,000 years ago. It is a product derived from soybeans and is an important source of protein in the vegetarian and vegan diet. The Amazon rainforest in Brazil is home to the Yanomami tribe, who have lived there for centuries and are one of the last isolated tribes in the world. Their traditional lifestyle is deeply rooted in the Amazon rainforest. They have developed a deep understanding of their environment, relying on hunting, fishing, and subsistence farming for their livelihood. It took Sir James Dyson, founder of consumer technology company Dyson, 5 years and over 5,000 prototypes to develop his first bagless vacuum cleaner. The kiwi fruit was originally called the Yangtze grape when it was discovered in China in the 20th century. However, its name was changed to kiwi in honor of the New Zealand kiwi bird, as the fruit is native to that region. Studies show that Kenya is the place where humans originated, according to the theory of evolution. Hominid fossils up to 2 million years old have been found in the Rift Valley. From the famous specimen Lucy, which is the Australopithecus afarensis, that was found in Ethiopia to the more recent findings of Homo habilis and Homo erectus in Kenya, these fossils have redefined our understanding of how our ancestors evolved. Cutting onions can make you cry due to the release of sulfuric compounds into the air. One way to reduce tears when cutting onions is to place them in the freezer for a few minutes before cutting them. Mexico is the country with the most public holidays in the world, with more than 40 official holidays a year. The most well-known to everyone is the Day of the Dead, celebrated on November 1st and 2nd of each year, which is a holiday that honors the deceased. Families create altars in their homes with offerings of food, drink, and personal items to remember and honor their deceased loved ones. Green, red, and yellow peppers are actually the same fruit at different stages of ripeness. Green peppers are unripe, while red and yellow are ripe. They have different levels of sweetness and flavor due to their ripeness. Myeongdong stands out as one of the main shopping districts in Seoul in South Korea, where a wide range of retail stores, well-known international brands, and prominent shopping malls converge, among which the renowned Lotte department store stands out. The bustling main street of Myeongdong is lined with cosmetic stores, where we find the famous Korean cosmetics brand K-Beauty. The two journalists Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein of the Washington Post were known for their coverage of the Watergate scandal involving spying on the opposition that eventually led to the resignation of President Richard Nixon in 1974. Their work was instrumental in uncovering the political plot and cover-up behind the scandal. The first computer mouse was invented by Douglas Engelbart in 1964. It was a wooden device with two wheels that allowed control of movement on the computer screen. In the city of Hanoi, Vietnam, there is a street called Train Street, where trains pass through a narrow corridor flanked by houses and shops, offering a unique experience for visitors. Ricky Martin began his career in the musical group Menudo before embarking on a successful solo career. He is known for hits such as Livin' La Vida Loca and has sold more than 70 million records worldwide. Norway is home to the northernmost village in the world, called Ny-Ålesund, located on the island of Spitsbergen in the Svalbard archipelago. When we see the stars twinkling in the night sky, it is not because the stars are changing brightness, but because of turbulence in our atmosphere, distorting the light coming from space. In Switzerland, it is illegal to own just one rabbit. Rabbits are considered to be social animals, and owning just one is prohibited to prevent them from feeling lonely and stressed by not being with others. Although the sun appears large and bright in our sky, it is actually a medium-sized star compared to other stars in the universe. There are stars much larger and smaller than the sun. It appears larger as it is closer. The United States is home to Yellowstone National Park, the world's first national park, established in 1872. In the city of London, there is a place called the London Stone that has been a symbol of the city since Roman times. Believed to be over 1,000 years old, its original purpose is still unknown. Found in a niche in a wall on Cannon Street, this object has been the subject of speculation and myth for centuries. Although the apple is one of the most well-known and consumed fruits in the world, the mango is actually the most consumed fruit globally. The city of Manaus in the Amazon region of Brazil has a football stadium called the Arena Amazonia, which features a solar panel system on its roof to reduce energy consumption. The world's strongest beer is called Snake Venom and has an alcohol content of 67.5%, almost 3 times that of a typical beer. The highest tidal site in the world is located in the Bay of Fundy in Nova Scotia, Canada. Tides can rise as high as 16 meters, creating a stunning phenomenon for visitors. This stunning change of scenery creates unique opportunities for activities such as kayaking, whale watching, and seabird watching. Rambutan, a tropical fruit similar to lychee, is relatively unknown outside of Asia and is often overlooked compared to other more popular tropical fruits such as pineapple or mango. China has one of the four great ancient inventions: paper by Kai Lun, the compass made by Chinese in the 1st century, and gunpowder. Strawberries are the only fruits with seeds on the outside. Each dot on the surface of the strawberry is actually an ovary containing a seed. The Inca Trail is a network of routes built by the Incas that connects various archaeological sites. The most famous is the Inca Trail that leads to Machu Picchu, one of the 7 wonders of the modern world. The avocado is a versatile and healthy fruit that contains more potassium than the banana. It is also rich in healthy fats and dietary fiber. The Masai Mara National Park in Kenya is famous for its wildlife, especially during the great annual migration of wildebeest and zebra. During the migration, the vast plains of Masai Mara come alive with life and movement. Wildebeest and zebras navigate crocodile-infested rivers, battle the current, and defy predators in their quest to survive and perpetuate their species. In 2014, Tesla CEO Elon Musk announced that the company would make its electric vehicle technology patents freely available to the public in an effort to boost the adoption of electric vehicles around the world. The town of Doolin in Ireland is known as the trad capital due to its rich musical tradition. It is a popular destination for lovers of traditional Irish music. It is famous for its 3 pubs in which you can enjoy live traditional music sessions every night. The original Coca-Cola formula is one of the most closely guarded trade secrets in history. Only a small group of people are said to know the exact recipe, and it is kept in a vault at the World of Coca-Cola in Atlanta, Georgia. In Ghana, there is a lake called Lake Bosamtwi, which was formed in a meteorite crater approximately 1.3 million years ago. For the Ashanti people who inhabit the region, the lake is sacred and shrouded in myths and legends passed down through the generations. In Norway, there is a hotel called Svart, which sits in the Arctic Circle and is the world's first energy-neutral hotel, designed to leave a minimal environmental impact. Zara, one of the world's largest fashion brands, was founded in 1975 by Amancio Ortega in La Coruña, Spain. It is noted for its fast fashion business model, which allows the company to quickly respond to the latest trends and bring new designs to stores in record time. In Mexico City, there is a unique public transportation system called microbuses, which are small vehicles that operate on specific routes and are an important part of the urban landscape. In the Cappadocia region of Turkey, it is common to see hot air balloons floating above the lunar landscape of rock formations. This activity is so popular that it is even called magic carpet flying because of the sensation of flying over the land. In Switzerland, there is a giant clock called the flower clock in the city of Geneva, which is made up of thousands of flowers and is known for its precision and beauty. Located in the English Gardens along the picturesque Lake Léman, this floral clock is one of the city's most iconic attractions and an ever-evolving work of art. The Newfoundland is a breed of dog known for its large size and gentle nature. Originally bred on the island of Newfoundland to assist in fishing, they are excellent swimmers and have a history of rescuing people in the water. In Copenhagen, Denmark, there is the neighborhood of Christiania, an autonomous community established by hippies in the 1970s that operates independently of the Danish government and has its own rules and laws. Precious stones such as diamonds, rubies, sapphires, and emeralds are valued for their beauty, rarity, and durability. On the other hand, semi-precious stones such as quartz, amethyst, topaz, and turquoise are also prized for their unique colors and properties. In the city of Agra, India, there is the imposing Agra Fort, an imposing red sandstone fortress that has been declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Inside, there are a series of palaces, courtyards, and audience halls that once served as the royal residence and center of government of the Mughal Empire. The largest diamond ever discovered is the Cullinan, found in South Africa in 1905. In Norway, there is the Flam Railway, one of the most scenic train journeys in the world, which winds through stunning fjords and mountains. One of the highlights of the journey is the Myrdal station, located high in the mountains, where passengers can make a connection with the Bergen railway line and continue their adventure through Norway's alpine landscapes. Each month of the year has a stone associated with it as its birthstone. Diamond is the birthstone for April, ruby is the birthstone for July, and turquoise is the birthstone for December. On the island of Honshu, Japan, is the Itsukushima Shrine, also known as the Miyajima Shrine, which is famous for its floating torii that appears to levitate above the water during high tide. Jim Carrey was initially offered $7 million to star in Dumb and Dumber, but turned it down. However, when he learned that Jeff Daniels was involved, he accepted the role for a significantly lower salary. The Iquil Cenote in Mexico is located on the Yucatan Peninsula and is a natural underground pool formed by the collapse of a cave. It is surrounded by lush vegetation and waterfalls that fall from the opening above, creating a stunning and magical landscape. Unlike many other felines, tigers are excellent swimmers and enjoy the water. Switzerland is known for its political neutrality and has not been involved in any international military conflict since 1815. This is why it is home to several international bodies such as several United Nations offices, the International Committee of the Red Cross, or the World Economic Forum, known for its annual meeting in Davos, which is based in Geneva, Switzerland. Despite its name, the koala is not a bear, but a marsupial. In Kenya, Maasai men compete in a traditional sport called saltin, which involves jumping vertically as high as possible. Saltin takes place at special ceremonies and community events where the tribe gathers to compete against each other and show off their physical prowess. The goal is to jump vertically as high as possible without using any kind of momentum other than leg and arm strength. Marta Vieira da Silva, known simply as Marta, is the top scorer in the history of the FIFA Women's World Cup. He has represented Brazil in 5 tournaments and has scored more than 17 goals in total. The Nobel Peace Prize is awarded in Oslo, Norway. The ceremony takes place on the 10th of December each year, coinciding with the anniversary of the death of Alfred Nobel, the founder of the prizes. It is held here because Nobel believed that this country had a reputation for neutrality and promoting peace that matched the spirit of the prize. Dennis Rodman, known for his impactful career as an NBA basketball player for the Chicago Bulls, has an exceptionally large family. With 28 siblings, his family history is just as fascinating as his sporting career. The centipede, although its name suggests it has 100 legs, the actual number can vary from less than 20 to over 300 legs, but generally has 30. The elephant shrew, despite its name and shrew-like appearance, is not related to shrews as one might initially think. Surprisingly, the elephant shrew's closest relative is not another small mammal, but actually the elephant. The sunflower is not an individual flower. The structure we commonly call the sunflower's flower is actually a capitulum, which is an inflorescence made up of multiple individual flowers clustered together in a large rounded head. The amphicar is an amphibious car that was the first mass-produced car that could also function as a boat. It is estimated that the average person spends 6 months of their life facing a red light. Contrary to popular belief, the croissant is not of French origin, but Austrian. They were created in Vienna to commemorate the defeat of the Ottomans during the Ottoman-Turkish War in the 17th century. Did you know why the rattlesnake has this name? It is due to the characteristic rattles that these snakes have on the tip of their tails. These rattles are made of hollow, overlapping, horny segments that are filled with air. United States banknotes are made of cloth and not paper. Dollars are made of 75% cotton and 25% linen, which gives them exceptional durability and strength. Chameleons can move their eyes independently, allowing them to have a 360-degree field of vision and monitor their surroundings effectively. During the 17th century in Germany, there was the Katzenklavier, a kind of piano that used live cats to make its sounds by burying their claws in their tails. Scarlett Johansson is the highest-grossing actress in film history Her films have amassed over $14 billion by 2023, with, for example, the film Asteroid City. And that's all. The video surprised you? Leave us in the comments the fact that surprised you the most, and leave a big like and subscribe for more Zarpato content.